But I think he just got goals. I think he's trying to make it out the league and make it to the hood. What is he healing from?
That was going to be my first question. First, I wanted to love finish saying what she had to say. That was my first. The fuck is a healing process? See, you know what happens? You know what happens on some G shit? You know what happens? And I'm not being funny and none of this shit because,
yeah,
you know,
it's really not funny.
Nah, because you know what it is? They'll sit there and say that we insensitive because we grew up in another era and all that other shit. Niggas gotta stop playing with this mental health shit. Yeah. For real. When niggas get in trouble and niggas ain't doing shit right, niggas just running to that. Yeah. Yo, you know what? I bugged out and my brain ain't been working right. So. But
when he get the money from it, there's no mental issues. Yeah. You're really not supposed to pay somebody a lot that got mental issues. Yeah. But I think he just got goals. I think he's trying to make it out the league and make it to the hood. I think when he first started, the thing that happened with the kid, that was kind of crazy.
The 17-year-old.
Yeah, boxing with the kid, or the kid hit him with a ball, they stomped him.
We actually have a list of all the shit that he did.
Yeah, one was with the mall head of security.
What happened with the mall security?
No, could you run down everything he did in the last month or so?
Yes, one with a 17-year-old and an altercation with the Indiana Pacers. It was also claimed he was throwing gang signs.
What happened with the Indiana Pacers?
Be honest
was that the thing with the
laser?
Infrared?
Yeah, nigga, equal to. And my thing is how he getting all these guns on the road. And like, he was in Indiana with a laser on niggas. How was you getting all these guns on the road?
Oh my goodness, E4KT or something, EOTF or something.
Yes, people.
Well, listen, this is my thing on the whole thing, on the situation.
I love Ja as a player though. Maybe that's what makes him so aggressive going to the basket.
What I call it the Gary Coleman syndrome. Seriously.
What's Gary Coleman? Gary Coleman never played sports.
Nah, he never played sports, but I call it the Gary Coleman syndrome. You went through the Gary Coleman syndrome?
No, I went through the Gary Coleman.
Yes.
Then you went through the Gary Coleman.
The Gary Coleman
what was
syndrome?
My Gary Coleman
All
moment?
of us went, not all of us. I'm saying,
all of us.
What happened is with the Gary Coleman, you may still have the Gary Coleman syndrome. For real, but we older and now we not the Gary. No, with the Gary. I'm trying to tell you what the Gary.
Tell me what the Gary Coleman syndrome is.
The Gary Coleman syndrome is when you get money at a young age. And you got more money than the niggas around you. So when the niggas older than you, they got some knowledge. You don't want to hear that. You only listen to the niggas who be like, word, you doing the right thing.
Right.
Gary Coleman is crazy.
Gary was 8 years old when I was playing. That's the nigga. Gary Coleman syndrome is when you the youngest nigga with the most money.
That's a lot of people in entertainment.
Right.
Gary couldn't touch his money?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, he had the money. I'm talking about when you the youngest nigga with the most money. Gary, don't get it fucked up. Different strokes was still coming on when Gary was 18. He just had that disease. He wasn't growing. Gary's parents was jerking. I'm just saying, when you the youngest nigga with the most money, that's the Gary Coleman syndrome. So what I'm saying is this though, realistically, all jokes aside, is that Ja Morant has more money than everybody in his circle. And a lot of niggas is probably yes man in them. Instead of telling them, and then the ones who probably may be telling them the right thing may be like, don't get the fuck out of here, you spoiling the fun.
Yeah.
Because I really love him as a player, but I just don't understand. I seen this story on how he got to the NBA. Nobody drafted him. You know, he had that one scholarship offer to D1.
The one guy came in the gym, saw him playing and said, we're gonna give you a scholarship.
Right, I never seen all this gangster shit. Not saying I don't want to say he ain't.
Yeah.
I seen his E60 on ESPN story, and this was all backyard shit with your father. You grew up with your parents and everything else. There was no gangster shit on the way. I'm not saying that you wasn't, because maybe I missed something. But you don't get a $230 million deal to start throwing up gang signs and brandish guns in the club.
Maybe he's trying to live right now and this is his form of living.
I think that anybody in that 16 to 28-year-old range is all blurred lines between athletes and rappers.
Now I'm glad that Camron and Mace dropped it on some serious jewels. You know, they was having a little comedy with it, but You know, Camron is right. You know, the lines between rappers and ball players is starting to be blurred. You know, rappers want to be ball players. Remember, you had Master P trying to make it to the league. Look, Camron used to be a very good basketball player turned rapper. But I mean, I can't say he turned rapper. Man might have been rapping and playing basketball, but just really good at basketball. Camron was really good at basketball. But I'm just saying, you know, a lot of us know, especially a lot of us that have been in this hip hop culture, we know that all these rappers want to be out here balling like these ballers, and the ballers want to rap. I mean, think about all these NBA basketball players that ever wanted to pick up a mic and rap. We love AI when he had the commercial with Jada Kiss. He's showing the handles and they busting the raps. I mean, it's always been intertwined, you know, hip hop and basketball. I mean, as a matter of fact, Jason Whitlock, and I know a lot of people don't like Jason Whitlock, but Jason Whitlock even had this to say about basketball and the hip hop culture. Let me roll this clip.
Ja Morant has seemingly gone crazy, and the NBA and the Memphis Grizzlies have sent him down to Florida for counseling. I'm not sure if he needs the counseling though. I think he's doing what basketball has instructed him to do. Listen to the music and the theme song of the Memphis Grizzlies. This gets played virtually every home game inside FedEx Forum Arena when the Grizzlies play. It's called Whoop That Trick. I think we have a highlight of this. That's their arena. That's the atmosphere. I want to give you a small taste of the lyrics from the song Whoop That Trick. The song came out, I believe, in 2005. It was part of the Hustle and Flow movie. There's a rapper named Al Capone, Capone spelled with a K. He's from Memphis that made the song. This is what's playing inside the Memphis Grizzlies arena, and we're wondering how Ja Morant lost his mind and why he's behaving in what appears to be this thuggish way when he comes from a pretty good family. Here's just a taste of the lyrics. You effing with a street N-word, from the gutter pimp tight / drug dealer, born and raised in the M, Memphis, Tennessee. Before it's said and done, you bitches gonna remember me. And again, if I went through all the lyrics, I'm bar none, let my nuts hang to the floor. So if you want some, this is your death wish. Better come correct, cause I came to break you off trick. I mean, if I went through all the lyrics, it's as gangster and as perverted and as obscene as any rap song out there. This is what the entire NBA and sports world has embraced. And this has been going on for the last 30, 35 years.
Now, I know a lot of y'all probably listening like, man, why you put this guy in your videos? Like, listen, I told y'all, anybody following me, anybody subscribe to me, I don't discredit anybody just because people don't like them. There's a lot of people I don't like, but if I hear something that they say that makes sense, am I going to deny the senseful contribution that they could be adding to a discussion because I don't like some of their views or perspectives at times? I'm not that type of person. Now, Camron said that the lines between being a rapper and being a ball player are starting to be blurred. You know, the blending of the basketball and the hip hop culture has been going on for some time. And this is what Jason Whitlock is speaking to. And it's really more at an in-depth level. That's why from time to time I like chiming in to Whitlock's show, Fearless, and I suggest you do the same, you know, and I run into a lot of different personalities on his show where they share a lot of different perspectives. And I think it's always good to a healthy discussion when we're talking about a lot of things that's going on out here in society. When we're talking about what's going on with Ja Morant, and the things that a lot of our young people are experiencing within the culture that they're raised in. We can't deny how the hip hop culture directs our kids into certain areas that are dangerous. And primarily is because, like Jason Whitlock read some of the lyrics, these songs are being played in arenas. Like, it's hard to blame Ja Morant, in other words, and this is what Jason Whitlock is hinting at, that Nike is more of a bigger culprit than Ja Morant. That's why Jason Whitlock stated from the beginning, before he gave his little speech, he said, listen, Ja Morant went for counseling, but was he the one really in need of counseling? Meaning there's a bigger problem to Ja Morant, which is the NBA league, Nike, a lot of people and that are in positions to make sure that a particular culture is pervasive. It's no, it's not a miracle that the NBA adopt the hip hop culture in the manner in which they did. That's why Jason Whitlock highlighted the Memphis Grizzlies atmosphere at home. They get everybody riled up with a lot of the hip hop songs, such as, you know, Whoop That Trick, which is a Memphis born track, you know, from the movie Hustle and Flow. This is a very good movie, actually. You know what I mean? So, yeah, but there was a good highlight from Jason Whitlock, because I go to a lot of games too, and I'm not even gonna front. I sit there, and as they playing a lot of hip hop, to be quite honest, I'm looking around, looking at people's reactions to a lot of the songs that's being played, because obviously, you know, I know the lyrics because I listen to a lot of the music. I grew up in the hip hop culture. But as I'm listening to, you know, the songs, I'm looking around and I'm like watching like people with their families, and I'm just, and the kids, and I'm just looking for reactions, you know what I mean? But what I'm seeing is everybody adopted it. Like, nobody seems to be offended, you know? But then when one of our young people, such as Ja Morant, get into situations that he get into, then we start wanting to crucify them and judge them and you know, have a bunch of names that we want to call them. You know, it's like we forget. We don't understand the plight. We don't understand why it's occurring. But right before our eyes, we're raising them right in it. You know, when I'm at games and I see people bring their kids, and I see the kids, you know, dancing to a lot of music, and we know a lot of the music out here has a lot of filth lyrics. I mean, I have to honestly admit that, even though I like a lot of songs, you know, but as I raised my daughter, I always told her, it's not going to be, there's going to be a lot that I'm not going to be able to stop you from hearing. But I always told my daughter, there's music with substance, and then there's music without substance. And I always tried to gear her mind to the music that, you know, has some substance. Because it's hard, these days, it's not even easy to stop your kids from hearing a lot of different things. As parents, we can try our best, but the way technology is today, the minute they leave your home and go to school, it's no telling what they run into. So you always want to try to raise their minds to be of a strong one, to be able to help them make, better decisions. But Whitlock get a lot of props from me for highlighting the fact that, okay, Ja Morant went for counseling, but there's a bigger problem here. There's a bigger corporate problem here that's contributing more to the demise of our young people than what Ja Morant is doing when he's posting his stuff on Instagram and all that. So I just wanted to get this video out there. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. I hope you like this video. Make sure you smash the like button, okay? Make sure you share the video. Make sure our young people get the message. Ultimately, that's what I'm about when I do videos like these. So please make sure you share the video. Also, make sure you subscribe before you take the next ride. I'm out of here like Vladimir. Peace. I want to thank everyone for taking the opportunity to watch the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. On your way out the door, don't forget to smash that like button. This is called SmashDaLikeTV, so please smash that like button for me. And I'd appreciate it if you would take the time to share the video through the many social media outlets you may have. And make sure you hit the subscribe before you take the next ride. I'm out of here like Vladimir. Peace.